You're tuned in to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast, where we are building connections, showcasing the impressive, and inspiring movers and makers. I'm your host, Lenore, and this episode is brought to you by Refining Clean, a unique hand sanitizer by Health Fairs Direct. You won't find a better pedigree for hand sanitizer anywhere else. Now, in this episode, we're going to learn how having a strong SEO strategy and marketing campaign, how that will boost your brand. Dmitrii Kustov, Internet Marketing Director and founder at Regex SEO, which focuses on building data-driven marketing strategies, joins us today to help you, businesses, and entrepreneurs tremendously grow their presence online. Dmitrii, welcome to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
So tell us all about, let's first go to the beginning. Tell us all about Regex SEO and how your approach with that company and your baby is just so different than everybody else.
All right, so Regex SEO, I founded it in 2015, kind of with $0 in my pocket. Then a couple years later, I merged with two of my friends, and now we are 17 full-time employees and about 40 contractors. We are a full internet marketing agency, full-service internet marketing agency. And the idea is that if somebody comes to us with zero online presence, we can take them from a zero to a hero kind of idea. And we provide every kind of service which is related to internet marketing, from web design and branding to SEO to social media marketing, email marketing, and everything like that. And what differentiates us, and really the whole reason we started our own company, is that there is a problem in the industry of putting different businesses, different industries into the same bucket. Most companies use the same type of plans. You kind of come to them, they choose this, that, or that, and that's it. Well, the strategy should be completely different for dentist versus, let's say, lawyer. And that's what we pride ourselves in. We develop custom strategies based on individual customers' needs.
What do you find as a client's biggest obstacle that they present you with? Are they just like, Dmitrii, I always have most of your clients, like, I have this problem, then you get the one tomorrow, I have the same problem?
It always boils down to not enough sales, not enough leads, and that's what we help them with. It just depends, and it's different for different clients how we get more of those leads. For certain brands, for certain industries, SEO might not be the best solution. For others, social media might not be the best solution, and we just make sure that whatever strategy we build is the best bang for the buck our clients get.
So how do you actually create a long-term SEO strategy? How does that work?
All right. It always starts with just a brainstorming session with the client, what they have tried in the past, what worked, what didn't work. Sometimes we get these unusual circumstances where we would think it would never work, but for some reason it works for that specific client. We kind of dig into data. I am very, very much data-driven. I'm a data nerd. So if data tells me one thing and the client tells me the other thing, well, I choose to believe the data. And really, from experience and every kind of piece of data we can get from past historical campaigns and other things from the client, we kind of put that all together, and that's what helps us to determine what is going to be working currently and in the future.
Now, I think we both can agree that the internet marketing industry is like very, very competitive. What makes a client stand out to others?
It always starts with good messaging, the branding. If you're just another guy which says the same thing as 10 or 100 of your competitors, it's not going to matter. So you need to have really good brand, you need to have really good messaging. That's what it starts with. And as long as you have that foundation, all of our efforts is just to basically spread that word. And of course, there is got to be really good customer service if you are in customer service industry, or a very good product if you are in some kind of like e-commerce sales or something like that. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense for anybody. We basically would be kind of recommending and spreading the word about bad service, about bad product, and that's never going to work in the long run. So yeah.
And with where we are right now in today's society during this whole pandemic thing, do you think business owners should continue to put their money into marketing, or should they like kind of scale back and really put it back into the business?
Right. This question we get asked so much nowadays, and unfortunately, for some reason, marketing is one of the first departments budget cuts, which is with all the COVID and all of the companies trying to cut their budgets. They look at marketing for some reason as a first cut. From our experience, just over this last 3, 4, 5 months. There is a really good opportunity for everybody who might not have the best online presence, because other companies are cutting that budget. So we recommend, what we say is, it's a good opportunity not to be wasted on both ends. If you have not been doing marketing before, this might be that really sweet spot, because there's not going to be as much competition. Their budgets are going down, therefore you can catch up quicker. Or the other way is, if you have had really good success in marketing, in online advertising, then here's your chance to increase that gap between you and your competition. And we have seen, unfortunately, clients who, due to financial troubles, stopped marketing with us, and or even with other companies, and there is a huge drop-off over this corona period in their online visibility, in their online presence, and therefore it affects sales and leads and all that stuff. Of course, business is business, and if you don't have money, what kind of can you do? But at the end of the day, what I would recommend is, again, rely on data. If you're seeing that marketing efforts are still ROI positive, return on investment positive, then there is no reason not to invest the same or even more.
How can we get in contact with you if somebody's listening that wants to be to have you be a part of their team? Is anybody able to be a client, or is there like a process that you have to go through before you actually bring somebody on?
We work with pretty much anybody, any type of industry, any type of size of the business. The best way to find us is, of course, on our website, RegexSEO.com, or anybody can contact me directly on Twitter or LinkedIn. My handle is Digital Spaceman. We are in Houston, so we have that brand of NASA and space and all that stuff. So we developed our brand around that. So if anybody is interested in any type of consultation or advice, then just go to our website, RegexSEO.com. There is a form you can fill out, or just call us, or reach out to me directly on social medias.
That's RegexSEO.com. RegexSEO.com. You can also follow on socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn at RegexSEO, RegexSEO. Dmitrii, before we get off today, what advice do you have for individuals that are trying to really break into, the digital marketing field? Or as a number nerd, like you said you were?
Right. First of all, no matter what industry or no matter what type of job position you're trying to break into, make sure you love it. The saying, if you love your work, you're never gonna work a day in your life, stands very much so. And especially in our industry, which is, I wouldn't say it's cutthroat, but it requires a lot of time investment. There's a lot of learning, especially in SEO as a service, search engine optimization. Google changes their algorithm pretty much daily. So you have to keep up a lot with all of the changes and kind of be on your toes. So if you are getting into SEO, if you're getting into marketing, I would say first, just do your research online. There are a lot of really good online blogs, videos on YouTube, and other places you can find out more. Listen to this podcast, listen to other podcasts about where the guests are in the marketing industry. And if you are, let's say, fresh out of school, what I strongly recommend is doing an internship. If it's even not paid for a month or two, just to kind of test the water, see if you like it at all. We had people who thought that they are made for marketing, and then after a couple of weeks working with us, they could not just handle the stress.
Nope.
And then
no, they didn't like the hours. Everybody on their phones, keep going back and forth.
Right. Yeah. And there's other side of it where technically I am by education, I have a degree in applied mathematics, so I had nothing to do with marketing. But because it's very well data driven, that's what interests me in marketing, in all these promotions and data campaigns and all that goodness. So I kind of fell into the marketing field, and I just stayed there ever since because, again, I just loved it so much.
Well, Dmitrii Kustov, thank you for joining us on another episode of the Brand Ambassador Select podcast. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss one. More at brandambassadorselect.com, and we will see you next time.